Evolution of blank. The greatest blank never made or never seen. I pretended to be a beginner. They thought I was a noob. The blank situation is worse than I thought. Or, the blank situation keeps getting worse, or is worse than you think. Dear beginners, every blank needs to hear this. The blank you don't want to hear. Blank they don't want you to know. Blank you don't know about. Blank in a nutshell. Blank short version. Blank ADHD version. 100 years of blank. The best 1900s blank that you must see or need to watch. Things from the 1900s that are banned, comma, we want them back. Blank memes, but they never miss. Regular game, but each level has a stupid challenge. How to blank, but with a reverse psychology spin. Every blank's worst nightmare. Would you rather blank? Blank shocks the industry. You're not blank, negative trait. You're just blank. You just lack blank. Why blank sucks, or making blanks that don't suck. Blank got what they deserved. Ugly blank. Ugly versus blank. Blank is getting ugly. The ugly truth about blank. What is the obsession with ugly? Prove it. Blank can't be serious, or blank can't be that serious. Blank being blank for blank number of minutes. I blank illegal blank. Don't throw away blank, do this instead. Idiots in blank. Useless blank. I tested the most useless blank. Day in the life of occupation people often strive for. How good is blank actually? Real life blank. Real life versus blank. Exposing scams. Scamming a scammer. Make blank using machines. Make blank using machines to make money. Make blank using AI to make money. How to blank perfectly. Making a perfect blank. The blank that almost blank. The almost is really important there. Blank tutorial. I wish I had started blank in my 20s. Blank world building. It's not nostalgia. Old blank was just great. I miss when blank was a blank. Starting from scratch in insert year here. I bought an abandoned blank. I used abandoned items to make blank. Blank for people over 40. Blank is blank than you thought. 9 to 5 jobs. And it's just... when you actually see how the sausage is made, there is just something so nakedly pathetic about it. And about where this platform is right now. Well, anyway, welcome to YouTube in 2024. Hello there, I am drunk, and the channel is called New Memphis. In case I haven't already said it, and I probably have not, I am so glad that you could be here today. So this is out of order, but I do want to start off with a piece of advice for small creators. If anyone offers you SEO optimization or getting you additional views for money, what they're probably doing is putting your stuff on some kind of a sketchy website where Bangladeshis can watch it for 10 seconds on repeat in exchange for $1.30 an hour. And I personally have fallen for those scams in my attempt to build this channel, so no judgment, but also I wanna like spread that message. So please please do better than I did. And I also have a piece of advice for YouTube itself. How about instead of gouging small creators by trying to get them to pay for promotion, you just stop paying creators who already have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of subscribers, thousands of dollars per day to make the exact same blank situation is crazy video every single day. How's that for saving some money? I've been on a journey for the last month or so, trying to figure out how to turn this YouTube channel into something that's even remotely profitable. I mean, full-time would be great, but even making a couple bucks a video would be great. Basically, I'm trying to build up the channel and gain an audience without doing stuff like, you know, making the exact same situation is crazy video every single day, because I'd like to think I have a little more dignity than that, but trying to research how to actually build your channel as a small creator is just an absolute minefield of scams and bad information, much of which comes from YouTube itself. Hence why I started this with that advice for small creators. I really do want them to pay attention to that. But then a funny thing happened. After all my time spent searching, I eventually found good information. And it was somehow even more horrifying. Once you find out how the sausage is made, it's just, you know, I don't think I'm going to find a better phrase for it than the nakedly pathetic that I used earlier. So I just needed to get on camera and come and talk to you guys about this. And I'm going to try to break down a couple of things here. What's going on, why it's bad for YouTube, why it's bad for reviewers, and then go off on the diatribe about my own personal thoughts on all of this and my own personal journey with this channel. So strap in, and we're going to start with that, what exactly is happening here. So recently, I signed up for a service that specializes in helping to create mass-produced virality. I'm not going to name it because I genuinely don't believe in blaming actors within a bad system. I believe in blaming the bad system. The creator of it has a video that he made himself where he shows off a very genuinely impressive collection. I believe it's like a 50-page Word document that's just like intros and titles and footnotes upon footnotes and thumbnail ideas and all of these things, ideas that he's taken from other videos. And he brags about this, and he's the creator of the same list that I had at the beginning of this video. And he is someone who can mass produce virality by taking individual introductions and bodies and thumbnail ideas and mashing them together into these Frankenstein monster videos that end up doing numbers every time. And then we wonder why small creators doing new and interesting things can't break through. And again, I don't blame the actor, I blame the system. But still, like seeing that, hearing from someone who genuinely does know how to just hit the million mark on a regular basis, like genuinely threw me. Because the way you do it is exactly the way you'd expect. Just steal introductions and thumbnails, ideas from other people who've already gone viral, and just mash them together into a Frankenstein's monster of a video. That's exactly what you do. That's it. That's the secret. That is it right there. What he didn't brag about was a document that was filled with ideas for great videos. Ideas for things that people need to hear about. Great art pieces that people don't know about. Wars that aren't being covered. In case you guys didn't know, there are wars going on other than Israel and Gaza. Quite a few, actually. This platform is being run by data scientists, not artists. It's putting the cart before the horse in the worst way possible, and it's exactly what's going to bring YouTube down. Which I guess is a good enough segue for why this is bad for YouTube. Because on the one hand, videos getting 1 million views per video on the reg with very, very simple, easily replicatable ideas is not, in theory, a bad thing at first. As much as so much of social media says that they're doing things that are new and interesting and creating new formats and new ways for creators to make money, the truth is that the money on these platforms still comes from the same place, assuming they're not just eating the losses like TikTok was for a long time, like YouTube did for many, many years. The profits come from the exact same place that profits came from back in the eras of TV. It's advertisements. You need the people who are on camera to be able to sell a product to customers who come there to see what is the hot new thing to buy. That has not fundamentally changed since Johnny Carson was on late night. And that's the problem, because these Frankenstein videos, these mass-produced viral hits, are not something you would ever look at and think, oh yeah, that guy has the product that I need to buy. I mean, unless that product itself is how to make viral videos. I mean, it's actually shocking how much of YouTube these days is taken up by stuff telling you how to make money. And I know YouTube is going to reach a point where eventually they need people who can actually, like, sell products on the site. That was the same issue that TikTok went through. And they can either face that now and start trying to build a positive, cooperative relationship between creators and advertisers and the products that are being made and YouTube themselves, or they can do like TikTok and, oh, overnight, we're just QVC now. YouTube is a site that needs advertisers, but advertisers don't want to advertise on mass-produced garbage that has so little personality that it's never going to actually get people to buy a product. I mean, they will for now, but eventually they're going to realize that they're not going to get any sales from these, or they could get massively more sales if they just go directly to somebody with personality who can sell a product and do a half-decent ad read. So that's why it's bad for YouTube. But let's move on to why it's bad for the viewer. And I feel like, as a viewer, you already see where I'm going with this. Because all it results in is us getting the exact same, this situation is crazy, this situation keeps getting worse, yada yada yada, you saw the intro, and I'm just tired of it, man. I'm tired of mass-produced garbage. Show something that's new, something that's interesting. I remember this episode of Hot Ones with one of the Gallagher brothers from Oasis, and he was, you gotta remember, this is a guy who has achieved a level of fame at one point in his career that dwarfs any of these creators that are mass-producing virality. This man was a god in his home nation, and got pretty close in the United States as well. And do you know what he had to say about fans?
Fans, they don't know what they fucking want. Nobody wanted Jimi Hendrix before he came along. I don't wake up in the morning or go to bed at night worrying about what fans want.
And that's the problem when you put the cart before the horse. When you have nothing to offer fans except a loose amalgamation of what they've already seen. They don't know what they want to see. It's why you need artists. That's literally what they do, creating new and interesting things for people to see. But we don't have a platform driven by artists. We have a platform driven by data science, by connecting disparate points, disparate ideas that you've already seen before into a mishmash, a goulash that's just shoved down your throat, all with a smoothed down editing style designed to relax your eyeballs until you can't actually look away. And I suppose that's as good as transition for me to just go on about a lot of transition. I think I was already talking quite a bit about my own personal thoughts. Like I said, I've been trying to get... I have no interest in getting big. I have no interest in going viral. I have an interest in building an audience and trying to make a living out of this at some point. And I fell into a lot of those pitfalls that I described before. But I mean, is that surprising, I suppose, that small creators fall into pitfalls like that when it's become pretty painfully obvious that the platforms are pivoting into gouging, I wouldn't even call them small creators, just like they're just, and this industry is erupting around trying to gouge people with money, selling them virality, selling them celebrityhood for a profit. And it's just, it's weird. It's not a system that favors artists. It's a system that favors those who already have wealth and money and puts them at the forefront because they can pay to be in it. And historically speaking, going back long before the existence of the internet and electricity, artists coming from wealthy backgrounds where they had the money and the time to spend time learning an art form, that's not new, but it's getting whorish now. And all I can do is just keep making videos and try to not make, how do I describe it? Garbage. Try not to make garbage. Try to be fun, try to keep it loose, try to talk about things that matter. Hope that someday you find that audience, and I don't know, that's all there is. But I can tell you this, if YouTube continues down its current path, this platform is dead in 10 years. Like, it is dead. It's just sad more than anything else. I remember YouTube being great back in the day, you know? I'm old enough to still remember the launch of YouTube back in 2000 and whatnot. I don't remember. I distinctly have a memory of a friend showing me, I think it was like The Death of SpongeBob, I think it was the video, and it was just like some dude torturing like a little toy SpongeBob. It was stupid. I was like 8, and it was fun. I miss when YouTube was like that. You know, it was just fun stuff made by fun people, and here, you know, take a paycheck for it, whatever, maybe. But like the corporate professionalism, much like many industries in the United States now, is just kind of destroying it, you know? Same thing that's destroying so much of our culture. Same thing that's destroying the MCU. And that Australian reboot of The Office. That's going to be its own video. God, that needs to be its own video. Anyway, I think that's all I have today. I'll see you in the next one.